Guten Tag und willkommen zu dieser Ausgabe von Tourismus Namibia. Das ist natürlich unsere wöchentliche Show, wo wir Ihnen einige interessante Nachrichten bringen und dann auch ein paar Destinations oder eben Urlaubsziele. Und ganz zuletzt haben wir noch To the Point. Das ist dann natürlich, wo wir nochmal auf ein spezielles Thema eingehen. Mein Name ist Frank Steffen, wie Sie eben auf dem Bildschirm erkennen konnten, und ich führe Sie durch die heutige Ausgabe. Als erstes haben wir natürlich Topics. Ja, Topics, eben unsere Themen für diese Woche, und da kümmern wir uns als erstes um die Straße zwischen Austromkehr und Rosh Pinah. Hier auf der Karte können Sie das einigermaßen erkennen. Und zwar ist das ja, Rosh Pinah liegt ungefähr so 20 Kilometer überhalb von Sandlingsdrift. Da ist übrigens eine Fähre, die dann über den Oranje geht nach Südafrika. Jedenfalls hat die Straßenbehörde, RA, also Roads Authority hier in Namibia, hat diese Distriktstraße DR 212 zwischen Austromkehr und Rosh Pinah nach umfangreichen Reparaturen wieder freigegeben. Die Strecke war zuvor mehrfach durch Überschwemmungen des Oranjeflusses unpassierbar. Zuletzt Ende 2022 und Mitte 2023. Jetzt sind alle beschädigten Abschnitte repariert und für den Verkehr freigegeben, sogar früher als geplant. Also die RA bedankt sich bei allen Anwohnern, Pendlern und Unternehmen für ihre Geduld in dieser Zeit. Die Wiedereröffnung kommt in einer Zeit, in der viele Schotter- und Regionalstraßen in Namibia wetterbedingt stark beansprucht werden. Gefahren, also so sie eben immer noch weiter bestehen, können per E-Mail an pr@ra.org.na, also das ist PR für Public Relations, pr@ra.org.na gemeldet werden, und aktuelle Infos gibt es auf der Facebook-Seite der Roads Authority Namibia. Ja, das ist eigentlich nur mal so schnell unsere Straße von Austromkehr nach Rosh Pinah. Und was natürlich dadurch passiert, man kann eben unten am Oranje entlang dann wieder bis nach Oranjemund fahren. Hier sieht man den Abdreh, also das ist, wenn man bei Notuva eben rauskommt. Ja, und dann geht es um die Elefanten. ERA hat da so eine kleine Bekanntmachung gemacht. Was heißt eine Bekanntmachung? Sie haben ihren Jahresbericht eben bekannt gemacht, und ERA steht ja für Elephant Human Relations Aid, also es geht um die Mensch-Tier-Konflikte mit Elefanten, und die beleuchten in ihrem Jahresbericht 2024 sowohl Fortschritte als auch Herausforderungen beim Schutz der wüstenangepassten Elefanten Namibias. Die Zahl der Elefanten in der UGAB-Region ist von 32 im Jahr 2016 auf nur noch 20 im Jahr 2024 gesunken. Das ist natürlich schade, das ist ein Stück weit ähnlich wie mit unseren wüstenangepassten Löwen. Seit 2012 hat nur ein einziges Kalb überlebt. Zwar wurden 2024 keine Elefanten direkt durch Konflikte getötet, doch die fehlende Fortpflanzung ist alarmierend. In der Region des westlichen Huab-Flusses blieb die Population indessen stabil mit einem leichten Anstieg. Anhaltende Dürren führten zu einer umstrittenen Maßnahme zur Reduzierung der Wildbestände. Während Wüstenelefanten verschont blieben, wurden im erweiterten Projektgebiet von ERA 4 Elefanten getötet. Insgesamt starben 2024 6 Elefanten infolge von Mensch-Tier-Konflikten, also Wildtierkonflikten. Nahezu 34% der elefantenbedingten Schäden betrafen Wasserinfrastruktur, gefolgt von Zäunen. Die gemeldeten Konfliktvorfälle stiegen um 31%, insbesondere in kommunalen Gebieten. Die meisten Zusammenstöße ereigneten sich während der saisonalen Wanderungen der Elefanten, und zur besseren Überwachung wurden 4 Elefanten mit GPS-Halsbändern ausgestattet. Da hatten wir auch darüber berichtet hier auf dieser Show. Und die zeigten eben, dass einzelne Bullen über 170 Kilometer weit wandern. Der zunehmende Tourismus beeinflusst dabei das Verhalten der Elefanten. Einige haben ihre natürliche Scheu vor Menschen verloren und nähern sich ihnen. Das bringt natürlich neue Risiken. ERA betont die Bedeutung schneller Reaktionen und wirksamer Schutzmaßnahmen, um das langfristige Überleben dieser ikonischen Tiere zu sichern. Ja, das sind unsere wüstenangepassten Elefanten. Und ich finde es immer schade, wenn wir sowas Einmaliges so irgendwie nicht ordentlich schützen. Und dass wir da noch was freigeben für die Jagd, das kann ja beinahe nicht möglich sein. Ja, und dann haben wir die Namibian Coffee Roasters, Dion Vermeulen. Der ist der Gründer von Fired Up Coffee Roasters und ist natürlich neuer Eigentümer der Namibian Coffee Roasters. Er hat eine neue gasbetriebene Kaffeemaschine vorgestellt, komplett in Namibia entworfen und gebaut. Die Maschine benötigt keinen Strom und richtet sich an mobile Kaffeeanbieter, also ländliche Betriebe und umweltbewusste Cafés. Die Geräte sind marktreif und Schulungen für das Personal ist Teil des Preises, erklärte der Vermüllen. Gleichzeitig hat das Team von Namibian Coffee Roasters in Windhoek das seltene Handwerk des holzbefeuerten Röstens perfektioniert, mit Hölzern aus Namibia, darunter Kameldorn, Mopane und Swartak, aber auch mit exotischem Holz wie Eiche und Rosenholz. Da muss man natürlich betonen, dass das eben dann also nicht Bäume sind, die deswegen abgesägt werden. Diese Hölzer verleihen dem Kaffee ein vollmundiges, rauchig-karamelliges Aroma mit Noten von Schokolade, so Vermüllen. Die Technik hat er selbst entwickelt. Sie bringt das Beste aus Bohne und Holz hervor. Namibian Coffee Roasters gehört zu den etabliertesten und innovativsten Röstereien im Land mit einem ausgezeichneten Ruf für Qualität und Kreativität. Ja, das Ding sieht so richtig aus dem 18. Jahrhundert und muss man einfach mal ausprobieren, wenn man sowas sieht. Wir sind damit am Ende der Topics angelangt und haben aber als nächstes die Destinations. Ja, als erstes Urlaubsziel haben wir diesmal Palm Afrique Lodge. Also diese Palm Afrique Lodge liegt auf einem privaten Wildschutzgebiet, etwa 10 Minuten außerhalb von Ganzi im Westen Botswanas. Boykutsu Mawaba, Leiterin für Reservierung und Verwaltung, hat uns da ein paar Einblicke gewährt. Und zwar geht es darum, dass wir eben ein Team haben, das im Moment so ein bisschen im Osten sich umschaut, außerhalb der Grenze Namibias, weil wir Ihnen gerne auch diese Stellen zeigen wollen, wo Sie dann eben von Namibia aus einen Ausflug rüber, quer durch Botswana, vielleicht bis hoch zu den Victoria-Fällen nehmen können. Wir haben natürlich auch eine Videoaufnahme mit dabei.
Hello viewers, my name is BK. I'm working as an Office and Reservations Manager at Palm Afrique Lodge. Our lodge is located in Ganzi. We are a fully fledged lodge with a restaurant and a bar. We have 27 rooms, some being luxury, some being standard rooms, and also executive rooms. Please come and stay with us. We also do game drives, and the place is so green, it's peaceful and quiet.
Do you also have camping grounds?
Yes, we have camping grounds. Our campsites have ablutions with hot water, electricity, and toilets.
And I see behind you there's a lovely swimming pool where guests can enjoy themselves in the summer.
Perfect. Yes, we have swimming pools. We have 2 swimming pools. One is big, one is small. So guests are free to use the swimming pool. And also there's free Wi-Fi for our guests.
Oh, perfect.
Ja.
Ja, und das war die Palm Afrique Lodge in Botswana, also mal was ganz anderes. Dann wollen wir uns so ein bisschen mit dem Paddle-Fieber befassen hier in Namibia. Und willkommen in Windhoek und Swakopmund, den Hotspots für Paddle. Ich weiß immer nicht, wie man das Paddle oder Paddle aussprechen soll. Auf jeden Fall in der Hauptstadt eröffnete Namibia Paddle im April 2024 4 hochwertige Plätze in Olympia. Also das ist dieses Art Tennisspiel. Inzwischen gibt es 16 Plätze in der Stadt und die Tendenz steigt. Auch an der Küste boomt der Sport. 2 neue Plätze am Meer wurden im Dezember 2024 in Swakopmunds Platz am Meer Einkaufszentrum eröffnet. Das nenne ich mal ideal für Spiele mit Sonnenuntergang. Also Paddel begeistert Jung und Alt, ist leicht zu erlernen und wird in Namibia immer beliebter als sozialer Treffpunkt für Einheimische sowie Touristen. Kelly Muzzle, die Managerin von Namibia Paddle in Swakopmund, erzählt uns im Gespräch mit Tourismus mehr dazu. Also hören wir uns einfach die Videoaufnahme an.
Hi, so my name is Kelly Mazel. I'm the coastal manager of Namibia Paddle, and we're based here in Swakopmund. We have our home club is in Windhoek, and they've opened up here on the coast. So I'm a coastal manager here in Swakopmund. I'm a super keen paddle player. I'm also a certified paddle coach. And yeah, that's me. So Namibia Paddle is a club. It's a paddle club. It was started in Windhoek in April of 2024. A group of like-minded businessmen got together, and it's the world's fastest growing sport, and they wanted to bring it to Namibia to share it with the Namibian people. It's a wonderful way of getting active. It's a super fun game. It's easy to get started on. So that's what Namibia Paddle is really all about. It's getting people active. It's social, it's fun, it's fast, and they wanted to spread it to the coast. And here we are in this beautiful setting next to the Atlantic Ocean. I think it was very intentional. It is our coastal branch, and where better to have it than next to the Atlantic Ocean. It's a beautiful setting. It is at the coast. You can't get closer to the sea if you tried, and it's just a beautiful setting. So I think it just made complete sense to bring it to the coast. This is the tourist place of Namibia. I mean, who doesn't come to Swakopmund when they come to Namibia? And if it's the world's fastest growing sport and we want to grow it in Namibia, it just makes perfect sense to have it here at the coast. Target audience, everybody. That's the beauty of this game. You can play it from young to old, and it's just such a fun game that anybody can play. So we would love the local community to get involved and come and play here, and they do. It's at Plaza Mall, so it's very accessible. Tourists as well, obviously we would love to share this beautiful facility with them, and we know how popular paddle is, so for them to come and play here next to the Atlantic Ocean in beautiful Swakopmund, we would love to share it with them as well. So for me, the beauty of paddle is it is a game for everyone. I mean, even in my coaching, my youngest is 6 years old and the oldest is 81 years old, so that just shows you that this really is a game for everyone. They are similar in that there's a racket and a ball, there's a net, there's service block, so you would have to serve diagonally across into the block. The scoring system is the same as tennis, but whilst being a tennis player could help you with paddle in terms of being able to hit a ball and have hand-eye coordination, they are quite different games. You know, there's elements of squash as well. You're playing off the glass, off the fence. So yeah, I think in terms of tennis players, it's possibly easier for them to start, but they are different games. So as you advance in the game of paddle, you do see that it is quite a different game. So we are open from 6 in the morning until 10 at night. People can book via our app, so it's very user-friendly and accessible. So you download the app, you can make your bookings via the app. We also have a balance recharge system, which makes it easier. You basically have a paddle wallet, so you load money onto that, and depending on how much you load, you get a discount. So you play more for less. So yeah, we make it as accessible as possible. We also have rackets and balls that people can rent, so you don't need to have your own equipment. There's coaching available. We're also starting our kids academy next month. So yeah, it's available and it's accessible. We like to think so. You know, it depends what type of game it is. I mean, I always say that paddle makes people smile. I mean, you watch anyone playing paddle, there's just such an element of joy and happiness that goes with it. You obviously get to the stage where you get very competitive and you want to win. So it depends on what type of match I'm playing. So, I mean, it's always fun, but I also love a challenge. I'm quite competitive. So I like to push myself and play against strong players. So there's fun in that too. So you can have your relaxed games, your social games, and then you can have your more competitive games, which brings a different kind of joy. So we, as Namibia Paddle, is one company, and we are based in Windhoek. We've got 4 courts there in Olympia, on the corner of Sean McBride and Tennis Road. And then we've got 2 courts here as well. There are other courts also in Windhoek, and I'm sure there will be courts popping up all over Namibia in a very short time. So that's where our operations assistants and our WhatsApp groups play a key role. We have our WhatsApp groups. We also have an office that is manned for the whole of our opening hours. So there's always someone that you can get hold of. whether it's by phone call or WhatsApp. So our operations assistants are there to assist you in terms of joining WhatsApp groups, possibly linking you with other players that are in the area. I know a lot of people have met each other that way and are now regular playing, have their regular matches going from meeting through that way. We also have social tournaments that we always advertise on the apps and WhatsApp group. So people can just join individually to that, and then through that they play in the tournament. They get teamed up, they rotate different rounds, so they're playing with different people all the time, and in that way they meet people. So there's always opportunities to get involved and to meet other like-minded people, and also at the same level. So paddle, as I said, it's a game for everyone. So you will always find someone that is around about your level where you'll be able to have the most amount of fun.
Ja, und das ist Paddelfieber, Paddlefieber. Wie gesagt, das ist immer so ein Ding. Ich komme da nicht ganz hinter, wie das sich nennt. Selber habe es noch nicht gespielt, müsste es vielleicht mal versuchen. Aber von Namibia nach Indonesien und da wiederum, unsere eine Kollegin wurde eingeladen, da eine Woche zu verbringen. Und deswegen wollen wir Ihnen natürlich dann auch mal Reiseziele außerhalb Namibias bringen. Und in diesem Fall handelt es sich um den Prambanan, also den Tempel der Götter. Prambanan ist die größte hinduistische Tempelanlage Indonesiens und ein weltbekanntes Wahrzeichen. Prambanan wurde im 9. Jahrhundert erbaut, um 3 hinduistische Götter zu ehren: Brahma, den Schöpfer, Vishnu, den Erhalter, und Shiva, den Zerstörer. Der höchste Turm, der Shiva gehört, ist beeindruckende 47 Meter hoch. Doch Prambanan sah nicht immer so aus wie heute. Großes Erdbeben im 16. Jahrhundert ließ viele Tempel einstürzen. Jahrelang lag die Anlage in Trümmern und war vom Dschungel überwuchert. Erst im 20. Jahrhundert begannen die Menschen in Indonesien, den Tempel Stein für Stein wieder aufzubauen. Heute ist Prambanan ein UNESCO-Weltkulturerbe und ein Symbol für Geschichte, Glauben und die Kraft, das Verlorene wieder aufzubauen. Ja, und da haben wir natürlich die Videoaufnahme mit dabei.
Every single brick of stone have unique click of interlocking system. Unfortunately, every 3 meters we have another temple. We don't even sure the stone we put right here belong to this foundation.
Yeah.
And then to make it stronger, they have like a tuxedo bow tie, the dovetail system to make stronger from stone.
Okay.
This is one of the repeating pattern. Let's talk another one. Every round shape, the cornerstone have lateral, little bit higher, slightly, letter Z. This one, we just talking about 3 cornerstone. There are hundreds of them.
Who does this?
The kingdom of old Mataram, because later on Mataram kingdom became Islamic Mataram. That just we have it in Yogyakarta and in Surakarta.
But who's working on actually the restoration in terms of working out, locating the different?
At first by the Dutch government, and after we declare our independence, we continuing the job till now. We never stop, except you know that holiday. But don't come here. No regular workers, but supervised by competent temple over there. It was held by UNESCO. They need 400 workers, 9 years, $1.6 million for one temple, because we got to break open the temple until its foundation, and then we cannot set the stone right here. We have to do so many trial and error reconstruction in different places. After really correct, we move it back to its original place. Just like building 2 temples, in fact 1 temple standing. Sometimes I really hate UNESCO because they refuse our proposal to use artificial intelligence and computerized system. Because the manual, you know that the trial and error reconstruction should be done in manual way. Come on, it's computerized system. Looks like this. Send us back to Stone Age. Let me show you something that you're gonna like it.
All
Imagine that some of the stone have similar interlocking system, but they have a special clue on it. kindly take a picture of this. So we have, oh, be careful. So many interlocking system like that. Slightly they do additional carving. Just try to show you which level they come from. What a job, right? Yeah. It's a temple from 10th century. It's a replica of Himalaya, of Mount Everest. So the concept called as Mahameru in Sanskrit. Let me show you this motif because after this tour, it became your homework. Anytime you go to the Hinduism and Buddhism temple, no matter where you are, India, Thailand, Myanmar, Tibet, try to find this motif, alright? Got the deal? Let's get like it. 5 peaks or 3 peaks. This is called Mahameru. So basically every single temple is replica of Himalaya. I hope now you have an understanding. Some of the temple it's small and tiny, but if they put this sign, they feel they staying at the highest peak on earth, closest one to the ground. There are so many concepts I would like material. I got to remind you on Hinduism and Buddhism concept because Merapi volcano as lingam. You know, you ladies know lingam? Male genital symbol. The meeting of two rivers create letter V. I don't have to explain. And it's keep repeating. Don't get tired. We're gonna talk about it a lot. Look at over there. This is the only temple which has something looks like Buddhism temple, but basically this is lotus flower but upside down. Why must be upside down? Because every single cup is male genital symbol, and the flower is female one. So next time don't get surprised when you get into the Hinduism temple, no statue whatsoever. What you're gonna see is cylindrical thing and female genital enough to represent Shiva. Got it? So next time don't get surprised, alright? Fertility symbol. Cow. Because in Hinduism every single god needs riding animal.
So it's?
Yeah, the statue of Indian cow, it's called Nandi. So that why in Hinduism they will never kill any cow. Because every single cow is a medium of Shiva to go to everywhere without touching the ground. Because they believe when the god touching the ground, considering as contaminated. Just like the concept of ghosts, ladies. They are traveling underworld here, they are floating. So next time don't get surprised when you watch our wayang. Every single one barefoot. Doesn't mean they don't have money to buy shoes or sandal, but just try to show you that they are normal human beings. When you see a figure with a sandal or shoes, it's a god.
Ja, Prambanan. Und damit sind wir am Ende unserer Destinations. Als nächstes haben wir dann noch To the Point. Unter To the Point geht es heute um die Edelweiss-Flüge. Also Dan Kamati von der Namibia Airports Company hat bestätigt, nach 4 Jahren Verhandlungen wird die Schweizer Fluglinie Edelweiss bald planmäßige Flüge nach Namibia aufnehmen. Er spricht auch über den Aufschwung im nationalen Flugverkehr, der vor allem durch die Entdeckung von Öl und Gas im Oranjebecken und die steigende Reiselust begünstigt wurde. Damit hören wir uns einfach mal das Video erstmal an.
Welcome once again to this segment of Tourismus. We saw recently, or rather this week, that Edelweiss has announced that it intends to start flying into Windhoek from 1st June or July 2026. How significant is this development?
This development is very significant. Edelweiss is, of course, also a member of the Elefantenzahlen group, and we already have Discover Airlines here. Now we have another leisure carrier from Switzerland, from Zurich, Edelweiss Airlines, and they have announced, of course, through our engagements with them, that as of 1st of June 2026, they will be having direct flights between Zurich in Switzerland and Windhoek International Airport. So we are very excited about this. We have been talking to these airlines for over 5 years now. And when these things happen like this, coming to fruition like this, it's really pleasing because now we know that we are in the right direction. It is really good for the country to have so many airlines, especially from Europe, making calls at our flagship airport.
Are you picking up other interest from other airlines following the Edelweiss announcement? Are there any potential other airlines that might look into flying into Windhoek at this moment?
Look, as airports company, we of course we have the Connect Namibia project where we've partnered with public and private partners in this country, where we are trying to make sure that there is more connectivity into this country in terms of airlines, and that is very key to the idea or the objectives of the Connect Namibia project. And as airports company, the driver of the project, we're really excited. We continue to be talking to so many airlines, of course, due to the nature of negotiations. You don't want to mention their names now, but we have been engaging so many of them, and we continue to do so. We just returned from Aviadef Africa conference in Zanzibar, Tanzania, where it was another platform for us to be engaging with the airlines and so many other industry players to ensure that we bring more airlines to this country. And we are really excited. We're really happy that this is happening, and just going there and meeting people, but really the evidence is there for Namibians to see, and this will also then reflect on the economy, on the employment creation, on the GDP growth, and so on. So we're really happy that room occupancy as well will increase because of these airlines that are coming in and also increasing their frequencies to this country.
Speaking about Aviadev, Namibia played host to the conference last year. You went, and then this year it was hosted in Zanzibar. What was the involvement of the NAC, and what did you learn from the past experience, and how helpful is it for NAC to participate in platforms such as Aviadev?
The 2025 Aviadev was our third participation at the conference. And of course, last year, like you said, we hosted it here in Windhoek, and this time around, it was prudent for us to also join the journey to Zanzibar for the conference. And again, just to follow up on those discussions that we have been having with airlines, and to meet new airlines as well and talk to them and sell the business case as a destination, as an investment opportunity. Of course, we have the booming oil and gas industry that is on our shores. And really, for us as a airports company, together with our partners, we go out there and we do what we can to ensure that we sell the Namibian story as much as we can. And for us to go to Aviadev 2025, it was again a great opportunity for us to do so. And here we are, 2-3 weeks after Aviadev Africa 2025, Edelweiss Airlines announces that they will be flying from Zurich to Windhoek in 2026, June the 1st. So these are the days that we live for. This is why we are here, to manage and develop airports in this country, and also to ensure that there's connectivity, because you don't just have airports, you need to ensure that there's also connectivity into these airports within Africa and beyond Africa as well. And again, when you look at our source markets in Central Europe, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and so on, when you have 2 direct flights from Germany already, from Munich and Frankfurt into Windhoek, and now you're adding another one from Zurich, and we know how how powerful Switzerland is, their currency and everything. So we really glad to be in this position, and we will continue to be engaging more airlines so that they return, so that we have new ones, so that the ones that we have increase their frequencies as well into this beautiful country, so that we together grow tourism in this country.
The reciprocal visa regime that was announced, what effect have you seen it has had on arrivals into Namibia as the airports company at the airport?
The numbers continue to grow. Of course, we understand that we have read, we have seen some of these challenges that people they come to the airport and so on, but also it's work in progress, of course, together with all the stakeholders at the airports, especially the immigration officials and so on. We are here to make sure that we sell Namibia, and Jose Abutabu is the first point of entry in this country. It's the gateway to endless horizons in this country. So we collaborate with all stakeholders to make sure that the experience of the passengers at the airport is world class, it's memorable, and again, going forward, we just have to enhance our efficiency and then to make sure that our processes are streamlined and to make sure that they are faster and reliable and efficient to be processing these passengers that are coming through. Because now we're talking about all these airlines coming, Edelweiss coming next year as well. And that calls for a bigger collaboration, that calls for a more effective system on the ground. And that is really what we are doing together with all the stakeholders at the airport.
And then just in closing, your views on the aviation market domestically. How does it bode for Namibia?
Of course, once you are having this inbound travel coming in, inbound tourism coming in, of course, then again, you know that domestically people will also want to fly. Of course, Fly Namibia, they fly to Katima from Katima Mlilo Airport from Thiago International Airport. They have shifted their operations into that part of the country from Eros to Thiago, and that is just basically to capitalize on the people that land at our gateway and then take them to wherever they want as fast as possible. Of course, Ondangwa remains very key, the connection between Ondangwa, Yatwewa Airport and Eros Airport in Windhoek here. Of course, Lodred is also booming. We know what is happening at the down south, at the coast, and of course, Walvis Bay as well, air-link connections between Cape Town and Johannesburg into Walvis Bay are commendable, and we are planning on growing this. We are talking to so many other players in the industry to make sure that we keep the momentum going. And of course, all the other airports are significant to the operations of this company and to the operations of this country and to the prosperity of this country. And that's why Airports Company is here, to make sure that these airports are world-class and these airports deliver on the promise of prosperity for this country.
Ja, das war die Aufnahme von Dan Kamati, der uns ein bisschen mehr über Edelweiss berichten konnte. Und jetzt, ja, natürlich sind wir dann am Ende der Show angelangt. Und wir danken fürs Einschalten. Und in der nächsten Woche wird es wahrscheinlich dann wieder Svenja Hecht sein, die hier sitzt. Aber wir gucken so, wie es sich gerade einrichten lässt. Wir werden uns sicher von Zeit zu Zeit abwechseln, mal sie und mal ich. Bis zum nächsten Mal, bleiben Sie neugierig und genießen Sie unser Land bzw. unsere Nachbarländer. Bis dann, tschüss.